I was going through a phase which was making me very restless, and I think this time is up and I should leave this profession. Just before season 1 Family Man started, I was in that state of mind. I didn't work for 1 year. It's like flying away from all attachments. And all of us go through that. Ram and I decided that we are not going to straight away meet at the location. We are going to meet somewhere in the middle.
Yes.
And that is Kainchi Dham. Some magical things happened, and we both saw it. As we were climbing down, both of us said to each other, we found the film.
It's so wonderful because I literally just came off watching a really fun Manoj Bajpayee film. And that film is on Netflix and it's called Inspector Zende. And I also told my audience that I think Manoj is having a lot of fun in this film because that's what it looked like. Within a couple of days, of course, I get to meet you and I get to talk to you. And this is a film called Jugnuma. And I must say, Manojji, that this is a film that released last year, actually. But I think in Berlin in February.
Not released, yeah. He traveled.
It traveled to the festivals.
Across the globe to all the biggest of the festivals.
Yes.
It garnered a lot of interest
Yes.
and applause from people.
और मैंने भी ये फिल्म एक्चुअली पिछले साल मामी में देखी थी, मुझे याद है.
Right.
And it's the sort of film that doesn't leave you. Like, it's just the film that stays with you. You think about it again and again.
Right.
So I want to start by asking you कि Raam Reddy is a crazy man, isn't he?
Well, he's crazy in personal life, but as a filmmaker, he's right now he's just turned 35, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, when he was making this film, he was 32, 33. I think he's a very sorted and a very spiritual guy, and his understanding of divine and understanding of the detachment and attachment is far superior than many of us.
Really?
Yes.
How lovely.
And it shows in the film.
Correct.
When the script came to me, I read the script and I immediately connected to it. Also because I was going through in a phase which was making me very restless and making me feel that I think this time is up and I should leave this profession. And it was very intense. And I didn't work for 1 year. Just before starting this film, I would say that I didn't work for 1 year. Right after season, just before season 1 Family Man started, I was in that state of mind. I didn't work for 1 year. And there are a few friends of mine who will vouch for it. And they were getting scared. The only person who could understand this was my wife, Shabana. And she was telling me that, do but whenever you want to do your work, and if you feel like leaving this city and the industry, we are ready for it. So we have no expectation.
Beautiful.
Okay. So the answers that the questions that I had, I was not able to find an answer, and I think it's there in this script. All the answers, and that state of mind that I was in, somewhere it pushed me towards this film. And then Ram and I started talking, and we talked in length. I met him so many times. The English in this film was something that he wanted to be spoken in a certain way. He got a coach for me. The only thing I was doing in those days that I used to go to Raam Reddy's house, sit with him, and do the dialogues. So I sat with him on the script for exactly for 1.5 years, and very sweetly he used to welcome me, and his wife Juhi, who is also a production designer. What a marvelous production designer she is! And both of us used to welcome me with both the arms. and and just and and so patiently listening to everything that I had to say. Yeah. So my journey with the film started much before that we
Before.
started shooting. Sudhir Mishra said something very beautiful about Ram. All of us directors who are supposed to be fantastic, uh, I, Anurag, and so many of us are on one side. Raam Reddy is on the other side. His way of narrating a story, his way of imagining things are on some other planet altogether. And this is the kind of mind we are talking about.
Yeah.
So he pushed everyone from me to Deepak, and all of us struggled to fit into his world, his interpretation of the performance, his interpretation of the visuals, his interpretation of the locations, his interpretation of preparation. And imagine this guy is only 35 right now.
But I love these friendships. I love friendships, especially when they're professional, that are differently aged. I'll tell you why. Because एक तरफ तो आपका एक्सपीरियंस है और दूसरी तरफ कहीं ना कहीं उनका एक रॉनेस और एक फ्रेशनेस है. जब ये दोनों मिल जाते हैं तो आई थिंक दैट्स व्हेन समथिंग लाइक जुगनुमा कम्स. It's so wonderful because
But there are few old souls.
yes, of
Yeah,
course, of course.
and you feel like a child in front of them.
Yes.
Maybe they are 20 years younger to you,
Yes.
but you feel as if there is something so much more that you can learn from this man, and you know nothing when he's there in his presence. You feel that you know nothing. Ram Reddy was my inspiration when I was shooting. He was helping me, prodding me, supporting me, or coming to me whenever there used to be a problem that he could not sort it out on his own. So I was everything. I was his student. I was his actor. I was his elder brother. I was everything to him. But that time I didn't realize that I'm playing so many
So many,
characters.
yes,
For
yes,
Ram
yes,
Reddy.
yes.
but
But it's so worth it because this film truly is, and I'll say this, it's a flight of fantasy. And hum flight क्यों बोल रहे हैं? I'll come to that in a bit. But I also love the fact that it's been shot on film. It's been shot on 16 mm. And I think that एक तो होता है कि आप नॉवेल्टी के लिए करते हैं, लेकिन जब ट्रेलर ड्रॉप हुआ, ओके, द अमाउंट ऑफ कमेंट्स जो इस बात को रिएक्ट कर रहे हैं कि यार it looks like one of my photo albums.
right.
He has truly gone beyond in making sure that you go back to 1989. What is it like for an actor who's done so much work to kind of shoot on film again? Is that exciting for you?
I mean, see, for me it was nostalgia of shooting on 16 and 16 mm. But Ram he himself is a cameraman. I don't know whether you know this or not. He's a professional cameraman. He has done a lot of study on sounds. So for him, if he's okaying a shot, he's going from camera to sound box and hearing and seeing everything before he says okay. Even the sound. So Ram is multifaceted that way, and that is why I say at such a young age, he himself is a thing to learn so much from. Uh, he was not very happy with many of the actors in the manner they were saying their lines, and I was thinking that it's so good. They are doing it right.
Yeah.
What is your problem, man? But when they used to get it and they used to deliver, then I used to realize that okay, this guy is going that far. Even when he told Deepak ji, when you are jumping on that small wall, when you are jumping, your hand is going in one direction. Just don't do. Just consciously stop it. And I thought, what is wrong with him?
Correct. Correct.
And when Deepak controlled it, it looked just
Different.
Different.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
So this is the kind of it's a very enriching, and our journey started from a very. I landed in Delhi. Then I we took a car and went to the hills. But Ram and I decided that we are not going to straight away meet at the location. We are going to meet somewhere in the
In the
middle.
middle. Yes.
And that is Kainchi Dham.
Yes.
Kainchi Dham, which is Neem Karoli's Baba. So it was there in my mind that since it is on the way, I'll just go and meditate. So he said, let's do one thing. Let's meet up there. I said, Ram, don't do this because I have to go to Babaji's cave to Ranikhet. It's very far from there. No, I'll travel with you. I'll travel with you. And he came, we met. We went to Kainchi Dham, we went to Babaji's cave, which is like 1 hour climb. We meditated. Some magical things happened. And we both saw it, witnessed it. As we were climbing down, both of us said to each other, we found the film.
Wow. Wow, this is amazing because I know the power of Kainchi and I know the power of, going there.
It's just the feeling.
It is the feeling, yes.
And if you ask me to write it or narrate it to Rohini, I can't do it.
You can't, yeah.
And both of us felt it together.
How beautiful.
You ask him in your interview.
But thank you for sharing. It's very personal, I know.
Right.
And I love the film because it dares to dream. But I also know that the film itself, I mean, यही तो पागलपन है ना कि आप कहते हैं कि आपको इस बगान को शूट करना है और इस बगान में ये जो फूल हैं वो साल के सिर्फ इतने ही दिन और फिर आपको बार-बार जाना पड़ता है and finally the film itself, the making of the film is like the film because वो बगान में I think there was a problem and you couldn't really shoot and you couldn't get the same flowers.
Right.
What did you feel when, nature and you are interfacing? जब हम फिल्म बनाने की जुर्रत करते हैं, nature is your biggest friend.
See, nature will be your friend and nature will be your adversary too.
So true.
Okay?
Yeah.
So there was this, a plot of land which was right in front of the bungalow where we were shooting, and that plot of land was filled with flowers. First it was seeds, then the flower came. We saw everything changing, okay? And Juhi, who also happens to be Ram's wife, she was the production designer, and we were not allowed to even think of stepping into that
orchard.
That land,
plot,
small
yes.
piece of plot, because there were flowers which were sown there. But when it came up, and that's when we started shooting.
Wow.
So even the orchard sequence, each and every detail, I said, okay, Ram, I'm not in a hurry. I'm here. Now my family is also going to join, so I have no one to go back to.
How lovely.
So we are here.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
The film is so powerful in what it talks about, and yet there are lots of unanswered questions. Now I want to ask you, sir, that when you, चलो, he says कि मुझे भी जवाब नहीं पता, है ना? लेकिन दो किस्म के डायरेक्टर होते हैं ना कि एक जो कहते हैं मुझे जवाब नहीं पता और दूसरे जो इनको सच्ची में जवाब नहीं पता. How do you assess कि ये जवाब ना मिलना भी ठीक है? Because you have to take that flight of fantasy with this person, right?
I don't know why we should know the answer immediately.
Beautiful.
Sometimes life gives you all the answers.
Yeah.
Why filmmakers should have all the answers? They're also human beings at the end of the day.
Fair.
Okay.
Yeah. But as an actor, you don't require those answers.
I don't want, the kind of film it is, I don't want that answer. If you leave it to me, I know what it meant. Okay?
Yes.
It's like flying away from all attachments. And all of us go through that.
Yeah.
When you just don't want to belong. You don't want to belong. And more you get attached, more problems you start facing. This is what happens to the protagonist in this film.
So true.
So for me, that's how I perceived it, and that's how I got my answer. There's a lovely cast. These children were amazing. The girl just hit the puberty, and she was. Sometimes she used to give us joy, and sometimes she used to give us pain.
Of course, like her character in the film,
like her character,
which is on the
film.
brink of discovering
Right.
like sexuality for herself as
Right.
well, right?
And the boy was boy. I mean, he
Yes,
was
he's
everywhere.
very cute, yes.
He was everywhere. He was always ready with his lines and very professional. My time in Uttarakhand with this film uh, have been the best time of my life. Best, even for my family. It was the best time. I lived there for so many months.
Yeah.
And to be living there or to live like to live with Dev's mind is so liberating.
So true.
So liberating.
You know, a fable always means that it is a suspension of disbelief. क्योंकि वो fable है, कहानी
कहानी है, परी कथा है.
परी कथा है. And at the end of it, they also say that fables need to have morals, right?
Right.
So what is the moral of this story? Because I feel like there are many morals.
There are many morals.
But one of my favorite is, and one of my favorite moments, guys, in the film is when you realize कि क्या हो रहा है. You know, there is that, and I'm not going to tell you that that moment is so special because you get it.
Right.
And as an audience, he doesn't take the audience for, he doesn't need to spoon feed. उन्होंने बताया ही नहीं.
Right.
अगर आपको समझ में आया कि आग क्यों लग रही है,
Right.
तो आप you feel great because
Right.
it feels like you understood what's happening. But it's also a film about human beings' relationship with nature.
Right.
And do you think that that was also important to you when this film was written?
I mean, when you start speaking and understanding the nature,
Yeah, yeah.
is the best thing, right, in life. And this is what you see. Nature wants to speak to him. He is unable to understand or
Yeah.
get them.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
eventually he does. Eventually he does. And where he tells his family, please leave, go to your Nana's place.
Correct.
Okay. So that is when he starts realizing that there is a message which is coming to me. And I have to be that message. Yeah,
It's
it
too
is.
good.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's very sweetly painful at that moment, but that's what a divine liberation is. It's sweetly painful.
So true. I also love the fact that it is a theatrical release. In a time like today where किसी का कुछ भरोसा नहीं है, किसी को कुछ पता नहीं है.
अच्छा है ना, तभी तो कर सकते हैं. किसी का कुछ भरोसा नहीं है.
But it takes me back to that time, you know, like Rangila just turned 30. We celebrated Satya last year. This film takes me back to that time for some reason, you know, where अच्छी बात है कि किसी को कुछ नहीं पता है.
अच्छी बात.
Because we get to do what we really want to do.
Right.
So going into theatrical, do you think how is it going to really pan out? Like, are we, because you're so invested with the film, what is your wish for this film? You know, do you want people to come and see it in large numbers? Is it the film that will do the numbers? Does this matter at all?
It never mattered.
Yes, that's why. Yeah.
What matters to me that it is going to the audience.
Yeah, yeah.
And how can you push the audience out of their comfort zones to go and watch the film? All I would say that, you know, this is a film that all of us should be proud of as a country. There's a film like Jugnuma, which can compete with the best in the world in terms of storytelling and visualization. But it is up to the audience how much effort they want to make to see a great film like this. Yeah. So it is up to them. You know, I can't, even if I say, please come, they will never come. Watching a great film, a great story, is also our need as an audience.
How beautiful. So true.
Right?
So true.
Otherwise, you are just gambling with your money. You are gambling. I'm buying the ticket, I'm gambling. I really don't know how it's all going to pan out. Right? Here, one thing is there, that the money that you are using to buy the ticket, you are not gambling. There is a great film showing right inside the theater, and you are going for it.
Wow. Yeah.
You will come out enthralled. You will come out mesmerized, and you will come out liberated with the story. Okay. So that much guarantee we can give, as creative people.
Yeah.
This is not a gamble. This is a sure shot experience that you could never imagine.
I asked Anurag, what does the word Nishanchi mean?
Right.
And वो बहुत ही ऑनेस्ट थे, उन्होंने कहा ये वर्ड तो हमने बना लिया है.
हाँ.
So I ask you, what does the word Jugnuma mean? Does it actually exist?
निशांची तो खैर
निशांची also exists.
कॉलोकियल में बोलते हैं कि तुम अपने आप को बहुत बड़े निशांची समझते हो. तो जुगनुमा इज द वर्ड दैट दे हैव क्रिएटेड फॉर हिंदी वर्जन. लेकिन उसका मतलब आराम से हो सकता है, खुशनुमा होता है.
हाँ जी, वो तो हमने सुना है.
जुगनुमा होता है जुगनू की तरह. इसका मतलब ये हो जाएगा कि जुगनू की तरह.
क्या बात.
अच्छा है, एक नया वर्ड मिल गया, नया वर्ड दे दिया इन्होंने.
It's always so lovely to sit down and chat with you, and I get this opportunity every year because, as I always think, we're lucky as an audience that Manojji, you continue to do films and you continue to do different films, because I never know when I'm going to meet you and for which film, and I think that's the most exciting thing about you as an actor.
For family man after this.
Yes, 100%. But I love the range is what gets me, and I love the fact that while you do a family man and while you do a banda, you will always do a Jugnuma and you will always do a Bhosle, a Jhende,
or Aligarh,
or an Aligarh, and to me that is the testament of why you are so loved as an actor today. And I'm sure that with Jugnuma you're going to find something magical in the theatres. Thank you so much for talking to me always, and it's always enriching.
Thank you, Rohini.
Thank you.
For giving me so much of support and love.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Just do